If you are currently sitting around with your penis folded up, not being used, I want you to say, hell yeah.
That's not politically correct nowadays.
Let me tell you something, sir. When your penis, if your penis is not directly called upon to be used by somebody, something, somewhere, then it is politically incorrect for your penis not to be folded up.
Somehow, some way.
Folded up in the unused position.
What is folded up in the unused position?
I would consider that limp.
First,
think about how rubber looks before you pull it out the package. Folded up in the unused position.
God damn it!
Really, it's supposed to be like
you couldn't make it 30 seconds into the fucking show without talking about dicks.
I guess not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are brought to you by not Trojan condoms, but
sometimes. Have you listened to the ads?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
We are not brought to you by dick jokes either, but this is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host with no name.
My name is Also Fresh. I want you to listen to my pole position like this is Atari 2600. This video console that makes you want to roll. You know that I patched a hole in your soul. This is what you've been missing.
Nobody's old enough to know this stuff.
No, we're not stopping or taking intermissions. It's freestyle, bitches. Anyway.
It's a freestyle that he made up and wrote down 8 times when he rhymes, okay? Let him go.
I don't understand that.
Nobody knows. It's okay. Gets the people going. Get him Also Fresh.
You know what the people have been going about this weekend?
What? What have they been going about?
So we got his name wrong.
Who?
Takeoff from the Migos. They
Takeoff from the Migos.
The group Migos.
What was his real name?
I don't know.
Was it like Johnson?
It was probably Hoodie Hood.
It's probably Bernard.
His name was probably Jamal or
Jacquindigo.
I mean, motherfuckers, hey, there should be a limit when they allow you to sign up for school. There's too many vowels in that motherfucker's name.
What I really want to know is, did they
a 20-year hiatus on anything named with Isha?
What I really want to know is, did they use that name at his funeral? At his, like, in the obituary, is it like, my man Takeoff?
The sign on the arena said Memorial for Takeoff. Yes, they did. Hey, if you happen to be listening or watching on Patreon, I don't know when you'll get this video, but you got it because you pay for it, motherfuckers. And hey, thank you to everybody that upgraded. I mean, you still ain't shit, but I want to thank you for being a fan of the Hype Podcast. How do they get in touch, my friend?
503-776-0167. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast. We have our own subreddit. It's a r/The Hype Podcast. If you want to hit us up on Reddit.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, it's because you don't know how to Reddit.
I do Reddit.
You don't Reddit.
I got a lot of Reddit karma.
How many you got? How many you got?
A lot.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how many Reddit karma he has. He's a fucking lying bastard. Lying bastard. You don't Reddit. Everybody who Reddits knows how much goddamn karma they got.
I'm sorry. I'm over there using TikTok.
TikTok with Takeoff. No? Okay. Too soon?
But it's getting me about this this Takeoff thing.
Okay.
Because now it proves that I'm older, because in the time that I was not listening to him, he was a legend. Like, I'm watching guys on YouTube, they're like...
What do you mean a legend?
If you're a guy that's younger than I, or younger than you too, he is a legend. Because think of how many rappers that you knew coming up that did not... because he probably had a 12, 14-year run. There were rappers I knew that weren't even cool for a year.
Wait a minute. Now, are you calling him a legend, or are people calling him a legend?
People are calling him a legend, but if you look at it statistically, in comparison to people I consider legends, he had a way better run.
I've never even heard of one of their songs.
You've never heard Bad and Bougie? You never heard Versace?
No. I never, not once.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even, you say Bad and Bougie, and it doesn't even resonate with me. You say Versace, and I think clothes. I think Biggie, like in the 90s. That's what I think.
I would tell you the song Bad and Bougie does not resonate with me.
No, like the name. Like for example, if you were to rattle off like a couple Biggie jams, I would be like, oh, I haven't heard that, but I know the name.
If I was sitting there in front of my hard drive, I could probably name off a shit. Didn't they do Ric Flair Drip? Yeah, they did. I mean, there's a bunch.
Ric Flair Drip. I mean, that sounds familiar because Ric Flair's the shit. And he's like 400 years old.
He was in the music video. It was fucking dope.
Well, he has an exaggerated noise that associates you with his name.
Ric Flair is really fucking broke.
He spent all the money on hair products.
No, he spent it on women, liquor, and cocaine. He will tell you. Plus, those if you look
that's a hell of a weekend.
If you look at Ric Flair, some of those robes he would wear would cost $4,000 or $5,000.
Like he paid for any of those. Get the
he
fuck
paid
out
for
of here.
them.
Get out of here.
That's why he's broke now. You're like he paid for them. If I'm telling you somebody's broke, obviously he was paying for something.
Really? The Saint Lunatics are broke too, and they had to fucking pay for zero amounts of Air Force Ones.
I don't even know who the Saint Lunatics are.
Oh, see? Now you're full of shit. You don't know who the Saint Lunatics are?
At least in comparison to the Migos, I know the Migos did something in comparison to Saint Lunatics. The Saint Lunatics reused the theme for the Jeffersons once to make a fucking song.
What do you mean? The Saint Lunatics paved the way for going broke rappers. Every single one of them are broke except for Nelly.
They didn't make any money.
That's what I'm saying. They paved the way.
No, they didn't make any.
Murphy Lee spent over $2 million on putting out his own solo album and only made like $100,000 back.
He didn't spend $2 million.
Well, yeah, somebody did.
Yeah. Because let me tell you something about the record industry you might not know. When your favorite artist flops, he spent somebody else's money to flop.
Yeah.
It sucks. I've been dealing with disappointment this week. I mean,
sounds like you had a rough weekend.
It's, there's certain things that are very, very important to me. One of them
is Takeoff. We get it.
No. When she takes off, I would like to know if you know how to ride stick, girlfriend. Please hit me up on Patreon so I can go boop. Anyway, you got to get one boop in there. Christ. Boop. And I heard you didn't even say it right.
What do you mean I don't say it right?
You don't say it right. You don't say it like so.
What I do, dude? I do the boop 2.0.
Boop. Y'all do the real. Y'all do the real boop. Boop. You even see it on the screen. You see where I say boop. So my week started off at a real fucking down point.
You mean yesterday?
Because one of my favorite things. No, a couple days ago. It's Tuesday.
Right.
Tuesday. The week starts on Sunday. I don't know if.
What do you mean the week starts on Sunday?
I don't know if you know about the Mayan calendar and how that fucking works.
Oh, now you're a fucking historian all of a sudden? This motherfucker doesn't even know how to read a calendar. He's like, well, the Mayan calendar. Yeah.
You know? I was telling the story.
Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels, motherfucker.
At least it's an interesting story. At least I remember all the fucking details.
Yeah, back to you in the studio, Oso.
Back to me. And if you're watching on Patreon, you'll see in my face that I am looking at you on the camera, and that's the look you get. Let me give you a wink. Oh, wink. Oh, shit. Boop. Anyway, my week started off bad because, Sunday is my chill day. I really like to prepare myself for the week and do a shitload of nothing and really just vibe out.
Okay.
And I discovered something amazing last week. I didn't know this, and you should have told me. You should have commented on the podcast and told me that the salt and vinegar wings at fucking Winco are the shit to die for, and it's $7 for a fucking pound of them. I just want to give applause to Winco.
When are salt and vinegar wings not the business? Have you ever known them to not be delicious?
I'm not a big salt and vinegar wing guy. I fuck with the chips.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a pedestrian when it comes to the goddamn chips. But when it came to putting those on fucking wings, I'm real particular. I cook wings. He said
I'm a motherfucking salt and vinegar chips veteran, bitch.
Hell yeah. Go out dig through my trash, find a bag or two.
If you find an empty bag of salt and vinegar chips at the crime scene, you know who the fuck did this shit.
You'll find a bag of salt and vinegar chips and a condom that smells like your mother. There we go. So
Jesus Christ.
I walk up in fucking Winco. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. This is Sunday afternoon. Sunday. You know what Sunday is in America?
It's football day.
It is officially fucking football day. And you know what people eat when they fucking watch football?
Wings galore. Yeah. Just chicken.
There's chickens on Saturday that are very scared that Sunday's about to fucking happen. It is a real fucking problem. I mean, because you know what? They need so many wings for fucking Sunday. There's probably chickens running around the farm with no wings. They couldn't fly anyway, but they're running around with no wings. We don't have time to cut the rest of you up. We just are going to take the fucking wings because it is Sunday and there is football on television. So I go up to the counter. at Winco because I think, I'm going to get a few things that are not good for me. Some soda, some fucking whatever. There is none. The vegetable section, I think they shut that down when I walk in because I don't see that motherfucker. So I walk back there to the deli and I'm like, all right, let's make it happen. These motherfuckers don't got the chicken ready. I think somebody didn't wake up on time to get to work to start cooking chicken.
What do you mean? It's Sunday. They were just probably out of wings.
The display case was clean.
That's what I'm saying. They're out of wings.
Have you ever seen? See, I worked in a deli. Okay. So I know how to look at a deli case. That deli case had not been fucking used.
Because everybody's smart and buys their wings on Saturday.
He said, why would you buy hot wings? They're hot wings. They're prepared for you there.
So they don't run out.
They are prepared for you there.
And?
They're hot when you buy them. So how are you going to buy them on Saturday?
Reheat them.
So you get salmonella? Just leave them outside?
What do you mean? You just said they were cooked. You don't get salmonella from cooked chicken.
If you leave it out.
What kind of fucking planet are you on?
If you fucking leave it out.
No, you buy them, you put them in the fridge, and then you warm them up in the oven the next day.
I paid for them to be fucking hot.
No, you didn't pay for shit because they didn't have any.
You pay for the wings when you go someplace. You don't go to a restaurant and be like, oh, I'll just take it hot or cold. It don't fucking matter. I'll just go take it home and put it in the refrigerator.
Sure you do. We just went to Sakura, Japan the other day, and they brought us out raw food.
And cooked it for us.
And cooked it for us.
I paid that motherfucker to cook it for us.
If you were to say, hypothetically, hey, just give me that in a to-go box. I'll cook it later. They're not going to not take your money. They're going to fucking give you the shit. They're going to give you what you asked for.
Next time we go to the fucking Japanese place, I'm going to say, you know what? Just throw all that raw shit in a fucking container. I don't care if it contaminates each other or whatever. I just want all that fucking raw shit. So I'm up there, and this little motherfucker, and I couldn't tell what team he was on. I mean, he
was on the Winco team.
I'm not talking about
employee-owned, motherfucker.
And see, it's bitches like you that were like, you should call up there. It's employee-owned. When's the last time an owner fucking picked up the phone? If you work someplace employee-owned, you all be like, nah, that's your job. No, that's your job.
Dude, if
I'm the fucking owner. Why would I have to pick up a goddamn phone?
If it was at an employee-owned store, I'd be making more than minimum wage, motherfucker. They're like, you're part owner. I'm like, I'm part broke. So let's get some owner wages.
I just want to know, Winco, I know you guys watch the show. Oh, you
can't afford to do nothing else.
You play owners watch the show. I just want to know, is there something? Is there a checklist you're not going through? That because on Sunday you need fucking wings. Go to Buffalo fucking Wild Wings. There's somebody at 5 o'clock in the morning fucking cooking wings, getting everything fucking ready. I mean, half the display case didn't have shit in it. I'm sitting there like, and like I said, I didn't know what team this guy was on. Okay. I was like, because.
Are you certain it was a guy?
Wasn't certain about that.
Oh,
he kind of had that Pauly Shore Metro thing. If you're old enough to remember Pauly Shore, hit me up on the hotline.
503-776-0167 or drop us a line on Facebook if you know who Pauly Shore is, because that motherfucker, not only is he hilarious, but if you look at him when he was a bit younger, him and what's her name from fucking Roseanne, him and Jackie, they look kind of similar.
Yeah. I think he looks like Darlene.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Fucking Darlene. Yeah.
And if you watch Roseanne, hey, I don't watch the Connors. I just want you to know. Bring the racist bitch fucking back. Anyway,
hey, would you put one in, Roseanne?
She has her days.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
She has her days. A broken clock is right at least twice a day. And I think there's probably been at least a couple times in her lifetime, depending on my persuasion.
Missy Elliott or Queen Latifah, since we're on the topic.
I go Queen Latifah.
Jesus Christ,
that's more of an uphill battle because she's all about the fish stew. So if I can bring you back with my golden corral.
Oh my God, that's fucking disgusting. So whatever happened with the wing man or whatever? You said you weren't sure what team it was. What was the outcome of this wing situation?
I went home with no wings.
And did you blame the tranny or whoever it was behind the deli?
I didn't go that far with it. I mean, It was right.
Wait, can I use that language nowadays?
I don't know. Can you?
Well,
no, you can't say the T word.
The T word. You can't talk about transmissions in vehicles. No, I joke because I don't give a fuck what you want to do with your life. Be happy, live your best life. But my buddy knows that we do the show every week. And so he tells me on Friday, he goes, yeah, I got pulled into the office. I couldn't figure out why. And
to change your transmission fluid?
Basically. So he gets pulled into his manager's office and the HR lady's there.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's like, he's like, holy shit, I'm getting like, I'm done. Like I did something to get fired, right?
Because there's ways to begin stories.
Right.
I got pulled into the manager's office and the HR lady there, not a good sign.
Yeah, not a good sign at all.
We split a bottle of tequila. That is a good way to start a story.
So, dude, I didn't believe him. Like I had to I had multiple questions during this story. So he gets pulled into the office and they explained to him that there's somebody at their establishment
really
who prefers different pronouns. And he's not a disrespectful guy, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you just be you. I'll use your name. I'm not doing any of that silly shit. I'm going to slip. Not on purpose. If I do, I apologize. Like
pronouns,
he's that type of guy.
like the shit that like when I see people's emails now, they have
sure, yeah, yes,
or like
exactly.
when they asked me for that when I was on LinkedIn. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. My pronouns are I don't give a fuck.
My pronoun is motherfucker because if you can pick whatever pronoun you want, then my pronoun is motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've been in enough environments where it's just with me. I'm used to one of my pronouns being, hey, black guy.
But check this out. So they break it down to him, and the HR lady has the audacity to say to him, to his face, in front of his manager, so there's witnesses, like, he's not making this shit up. Well, when you mispronounce somebody's preferred pronouns, it's akin to calling them the N-word.
I don't know, bitch, you been called the N-word much?
And apparently, no. Apparently, she is the whitest lady on the planet.
I mean, get called the N-word. It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was little, I had my Jerry curl dried up.
Okay.
So I got braids for the summer. Mm-hmm. And hey, you know what? I had feminine features, I guess, because people didn't know if I was a boy or a girl because I had cornrows. Sure. One of the one times in my life that I've had cornrows, and no, not for this weak-ass, thug-ass shit. If you like that weak-ass, thug-ass cornrow shit, bitch, turn my show off. Anyway.
What if I got cornrows?
We'll talk about dreads next week. If you got cornrows, I would clown you every week for your misappropriation of culture. I mean, goddamn, if you're gonna steal it, use it correctly. I mean, you motherfuckers can barely say what's up, so don't start getting cornrows. Don't start. And the next thing you know, especially when a white girl tell you, "Oh, I know how to cook chicken," bitch. That's not all we fucking do.
No, you know what?
Bitch, tell me you know how to pick cotton, then I'll tell you you're really down with the team, Toby. Tell me about that shit.
No, you know what I should do? I should fucking get cornrows and then run for public office, and then when I lose, I can tell them they're racist. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. They put in the stuttering stroke victim.
White people with cornrows are like blackface to me.
So if I got cornrows, it's like me walking around perpetually saying the N-word. Is that what the fuck you're telling me right now?
Yeah. So if you happen to be Caucasian with cornrows, man, you
think crime is up now? If I did that, crime would be up another 300%, dude. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I want to tell you that Portland is not the place that they film Portlandia anymore. just so you know.
Yeah, they shut that shit down immediately.
I mean, real fucking shit. We've already topped homicides from last year, this year.
Yeah,
motherfuckers get shot out here,
dude.
You thought we was just over here eating at food carts? They blow up food carts out here. They have blown up. What they blew up one and they set one on fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, the food carts ain't safe.
Well, dude, it's not even just Portland anymore. It's up here in Vancouver. It's spilling over into Vancouver. I was at my buddy's birthday just last week, and one of his really good longtime friends, like friend of the family, like both their families are really, really close. His dad was a defense attorney, and now he's a defense attorney up here. And this motherfucker straight said, unless the prosecutor has video evidence, clear video evidence, they don't even attempt to prosecute anything. So there's been robberies, there's been shootings, there's been rapes, where the county or state, whatever it is, whichever prosecutor's out in there right now just goes, was there a video? Oh, no? Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a conviction.
I think you need to ask Rodney King if videos fucking work. I don't think a video's fucking enough.
Well, dude, think about the George Floyd shit.
Yeah, I mean,
like they got that shit on video, and the medical and listen, I'm not defending the fucking cop, Derek Chauvin or whatever. The fucking medical examiners could not even agree on how this guy died. You're telling me that medical professionals, motherfuckers that study for years, dozens of years from other experts, and you're telling me they both couldn't go, yeah, seems legit. No, they both were like, no, there was multiple factors that could have played in, blah, blah, blah. And he's wrong, and then they're wrong, and then everybody's wrong.
I will say straight out that, to me, George Floyd is not a role model for that type of violence. Okay. I mean, because if you high on shit and handing out fake bills, I really don't. In trying to use counterfeit money, maybe you weren't going down the best life path, but it does not take a bunch of experts to tell me that putting your knee on his fucking head or whatever they put it on.
Whatever happened.
That killed him. We saw what killed him.
Right.
I mean, wait, do you even need a fucking trial?
Bring back public stonings.
You could debate the punishment for what happened,
right?
But he killed him. I am not a denier. I mean, you could deny elections, you could deny the moon landing, you could deny all sorts of shit. You could fucking deny that Columbus found fucking America. I don't give a fucking fuck, but I know that fucking cop killed him.
I'll deny one thing.
What?
I will deny that I'm a doctor and remain abstinent. I know the man died. That's what I know. Because
I know.
So that's as far as I'll go with that.
You got one life to live. He ran out of quarters.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm taking the neutral path on that, because one, I wasn't there. I saw the video.
Oh, it was a video. I was there.
No.
If there's a video, I was there.
I saw the video.
It wasn't like the metaverse where I could look around. All sorts of 360
I saw the video. I have my opinion, but that guy died, and that sucks. Right? So whatever happens outside of that, all fine and good. But you're telling me that two fucking professionals in the same industry go, no, this guy sucks. He's wrong. And the other guy's like, no, he's wrong. And they're just going, no, I'm right. You're wrong. This guy's fucking terrible. Like, he fucked his own mother. Like, they're talking shit about each other.
I don't know what medical school you went to.
Yeah, right.
Because really, the last time I played doctor, there was a Fisher Price involved and there was a sandbox. and my penis was neatly folded and put away. So there should be no problem deciding that guy died, because if that guy wouldn't have been on top of him, pause, if that guy wouldn't have been on top of him, he wouldn't have died. That's easy as fucking fuck. Right. But then I look at it now, because the rapper, how did justice happen back in the day before we had video?
I don't know. You were allowed to use the N-word on people back in the day. I mean, the world was a twisted place back then. You
were allowed to use the N-word.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, N-word, get off this side of the block. And you're like, I sure will. Or, you know how gangbangers just show their flag a little bit out their back pocket?
Yeah.
I think about the Ku Klux Klan, they walk around, they pull out a little white handkerchief, and a black motherfucker get right to the other side of the street.
No, they just have a little trucker cap on with a little fucking cone sticking out.
Yeah, I mean, really. Just roll up their sleeve and show the flag, and they be like, oh, I guess that's what it is.
I think I like the we're just wearing the fucking scarf and shit, like the red staff.
You can't really do that with the flag, because I'd be like, oh, you like the General Lee too? I mean, I watch Dukes of Hazzard too. I feel for every brother that has a Confederate flag right now, because it's kind of fucked up, because we all like the General Lee growing up. The General Lee, the car.
How are we sitting in a time where we are watching them stifle historical figures and figments, and we're just going, yeah, that's cool.
Well, for me, tell the story any way the fuck you want to, as long as I can get up and go to work tomorrow. How I fight racism. Bring it back. How do we fight racism? I get up and go to fucking work. That's how I fucking do it. So, yeah.
But at least you show up to work.
Yeah. Because the problem I'm running into when it comes to work now, and you know, this might not be the show for you if you are from the wrong goddamn generation. If you are the bottom of the millennials or you are fucking Gen Z, this might not be the show for you. And I'm not giving your money back on fucking Patreons. There's no refund. What you can do is you can refund your money and fuck yourself. There you go. Hey, you got robbed by a black man. It's okay because he's impoverished. So it's okay for me to rob you.
And it was on video, but they won't prosecute.
It is on video. And look, he has a gun. If you're on Patreon, I have a gun. Bang, bang. I can only have 10 bullets in it because I'm too close to Oregon. But what I don't get, like, you know, I'm seeing motherfuckers call in sick when they just don't want to fucking work.
Okay.
You know, I used to call in sick because I was lazy. I called in sick because I was hungover. I called in sick because, you know, my friend that I met last night wanted to go a few extra rounds. I called in sick for that. Now, actually, no, I'm not missing work for pussy. What are you thinking? That's some loser ass shit. That's some loser ass shit. Miss work for some pussy. Ain't that a bitch? If you do that, stop listening to my show and go kill yourself. Hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that escalated quickly. Make sure you donate to Patreon before you do that.
Oh, you're supposed to say the suicide hotline number anytime you say something about killing yourself.
Yeah, 503-776-0167.
Yeah, call the suicide hotline and take care of yourself. Anyway, I just don't get it because the motherfucker will call out, like, just quit the job. Like, we're holding a spot for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it does save on labor.
You know what I don't get is we have two guys at my organization that are in the military, and they're out until further notice because the U.S. government said, hey, we're going to go post you up in some third world country somewhere on a deployment that we probably don't need to be. That's a whole nother story. But we're literally holding positions for those two people.
Do they have to pay their salary and shit?
I don't think, no, I fucking hope not. Because if that's the case, I'm sleeping in every motherfucking day. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
No, I think
I got a war going on at home. Shit. Yeah. Can I leave for a couple months?
No, I think all they have to do is like guarantee them a position when they come back, or the option for a position when they come back, which is still, I mean, man,
the position is your shit in a box outside the fucking door. That's your position.
No, because all I would do, I'd just go double dip. Be like, of course I'm going in the military, and get like 2 other jobs, and be like, hey, I got to go in the military.
I go in the military for all them, and then get the GI Bill and go to school.
Yeah.
And then your boss sees you around town. Thought you were in Cambodia. I'm back on leave. You know, does that always get you when you see those reunions? Like, I'm sorry, I've never been in the military. I've never had a child that I've been away from and come back. And I've never been a child that I've had a military parent come back. Like, you always see these fucking elaborate, you know, the motherfucker dresses up as Chuck E. Cheese, then takes his hat off, and I'm back from the military.
Right.
Do you know if one of my parents went away for a couple years and came home, and then all of a sudden I'm at Chuck E. Cheese, and they pull a head off, and I would just fucking lose my shit. Chuck E. Cheese is scary fucking enough.
Oh, so you already know. So it's about that time to go. We got to get the fuck out of here. Don't forget to hit us up, 503-776-0167, or on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hype Podcast. We got shit to do. We got exclusive Patreon coming to you. Kaboom! I rhyme, bitch.
It's time to go.
I'm like a regular day, oh so fresh.
I love to bang on them. And you know what? And what you can't do is you can't play sick when it comes to the show. Because even if you are on your fucking deathbed, you can listen to this goddamn show.
You can get one last laugh in.
You know what? If you got pneumonia, maybe don't watch the show because you laugh too hard. And you know, I don't need you coughing up a fucking lung. This is that good shit.
Call the hospital, make a reservation, listen to the show anyway. Don't pay attention to him. Listen to us all day long.
You remember in the 90s when there used to be bad weed? Because all the weed's good now.
Nobody remembers bad weed.
You remember,
they smoke too much.
We smoke hella bad weed.
No, they smoke too much. They can't remember shit.
This is the goddamn Chronic, coming at you every fucking Tuesday. My name is Oh So Fresh. This is the host with no name. We're thinking about sponsoring a fucking horse racing team so we can have the horse with no name. It's the Hype Podcast, and we're fucking out. Oh!
Fuck it! We'll do it live!
When the horse with no name.